Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Bernie here. So, yesterday, Panasonic announced the LUMIX GH7, which will be available in late July. It features a 25 megapixel sensor, the same sensor as the G9 Mark II, and has the same body and features as the GH6. It also has additional features, making the camera enticing if it will be your first camera or if you are upgrading from the GH5. In this video, I will discuss the features that I think are most useful. It's the first Micro Four Thirds Lumix camera to have the real-time LUT feature, where you can embed LUTs in your footage, and it's also the first camera to record in a 32-bit float using the optional XLR2 module, which looks nice and compact, by the way. You don't have to worry about audio peaking when using this feature. Now, all you have to do is to just grab the camera and record, with of course using the XLR2 module to make it work. Also, there's an additional ARRI Lug C3 as an option for the GH7. You know what? This is exciting and so interesting, and I can't wait to check out sample videos filmed using the ARRI Lug C3 once the GH7 launched. And finally, it now has phase hybrid autofocus. Wow, better late than never. Yeah, finally, really. If the LUMIX G9 Mark II can have it, why not the GH7? This is one of the reasons why I switched from Micro Four Thirds to Sony APS-C. The GH6's unreliable AF was a major issue for me. The GH7 can now record Apple ProRes RAW in camera using a CF Express Type B card, and it can also record in proxy and LUTs can be added. With all these great features, I commend Panasonic for stepping up their game. This is good for consumers because healthy competition benefits us all. And in my opinion, this should have been the GH6 that many users were asking for in the first place. So, who is this camera for? If you hold off on buying the GH6 and you are upgrading from the GH5, this is a no-brainer choice. However, if you still have the GH6, I would say stick with it if you film using manual focus, as the AF on the GH6 is not great. But if you want features like recording Apple ProRes on a CF Express Type B card, which is internally, as well as the 32-bit recording option for audio using the XLR2 module, and if ARRI Lug C3 is enticing to you, then consider the LUMIX GH7. As I mentioned, and if you have seen my previous GH6 videos, I am not completely closing the door on LUMIX cameras. But for now, I will still stay with Sony APS-C system for two main reasons. First, in my opinion, the AF of the FX30 is still superior to the GH7 based on what I have seen on YouTube. Content creators who got the loaned camera mentioned that the firmware is not final yet. So, fingers crossed, hopefully that the AF will be improved when it launches. And I have seen some sample videos, and while the autofocus is great, it takes a while to focus on a different subject. I assume you can change this in the settings just like the GH6. So we shall see. And number two, I'm not a fan of the GH7's body design, which is the same as the GH6. It's too bulky. It's just too big for my hands and heavy. Some might argue that it's because it has a built-in fan, so it makes sense that Panasonic made it bigger. But so does the FX30, and Sony managed to include it in a smaller form factor. And if you have been watching my channel, I have been a big fan actually of the Sony FX30's body design. So I really believe that it could be done. Additionally, the other features don't apply to me to the way I film. The GH7 has lots of great video features, including, as an example, the internal Apple ProRes RAW recording using a CF Express Type B card. But as of publishing of this video, the CF Express Type B cards are still expensive. However, the good thing is that you can still use an SSD as an alternative when recording Apple ProRes RAW, which is still a good thing. Alright, so how about you? Is the GH7 on your radar? If so, what feature are you most looking forward to using? If you're not buying the GH7, why not? And what camera will you get instead? Let me know in the comment section below and let's discuss. And that's about it for this video. This is Bernie. Thanks a lot for watching. Goodbye for now.